I was muted. I was muted. Sorry. Okay. All right. I'm back. Now, can everybody hear me? Hopefully. Okay, microphone is on. There's always something. There's always something on these streams that I mess up. But I guess that's part of the fun of it. So, yeah, here we are. Everybody can see me. Everybody can hear me now. We are live on X with 64 viewers. We are live on YouTube with 46 viewers. 64 and 46. And only 5 likes on YouTube. And I can't see how many likes on X. So hit the like button. Otherwise, I'm just going to stand here. I want 20 likes on YouTube at the very least. And then we are going to... then I'll say hello to people. And then we'll get into some analysis. 12 likes. We got to get 20. Otherwise, I just stand here in silence. And I'll cry. 69 likes on Grindr. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're also doing that. I'm going to say hello to people. Come on, guys. Still only 13 likes. Paul Trow, welcome. Kalechi Agucha, welcome. Shrilmumblum. Welcome. Let's effing go. Finally a higher low and a higher high. Let's get back to monthly open. Well, yes. Almost. Okay, almost. Chinese writing. Welcome. Crypt. I'll call you Crypt because that looks like your picture says Crypt. Mindless Musician. Welcome. Andy Alexander. Good morning. Short opportunity presented itself. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's it. Like it's the almost bullish again, but not quite. And for now, you've got a short opportunity. And then there's all the people telling me that I was muted, so cool. Delirium's in the house. Lucifer's in the house. Yes, give Luke his clout tokens. Give me those likes so that we can get more reach on this content, right? That's how it works. More likes equals more people can see stuff. I think that's how it works. So yeah, general discussion for a little bit, and then we will get into some of the proper analysis. So, I mean, look where we are. 4 hours dictating everything right now. And look what happened. Okay, so don't get too excited yet. It's not time to be getting overly excited. We'll see how this goes. But for now, it's half decent. Why is this here? That's clearly supposed to be there. That's correct. That's correct. I always forget to lock. Monthly open. Where's your monthly open? Where's my line? It's all so small. Oh yeah, it's obviously all the way back here. Duh. Lock. Cool. Alright, we're starting to get a few more viewers in here now. I don't know if X gets more people or not. It's really it's kind of annoying on X, right? Because I can see how many views the stream has had, but it won't tell me how many concurrent viewers there are. So it only tells me how many total viewers there have been. So it makes it seem like there's more. Groovy. Okay. So I'm going to kick things off, as always, with our Bitcoin analysis. And once I've done that, once I've checked everything is working, yeah, that works. Everything is good here. I'm not muted on this scene. I'm not muted on this scene. Everything is cool. And yeah, once I've done the Bitcoin analysis, we will start to look at other tokens, as we always do. Yeah, I think that's it. So is my chart looking good here? This one, I want to switch this one to this chart. And I want to switch this one to this chart. And then we have a good idea of everything. Night, yes. Everybody do, please smash the likes. Okay, right, video time. I'm just gonna get straight into it. So, make sure I'm looking all nice. I really need to get a haircut so badly. I'm gonna get a haircut today because it's like, do you want no music for the video. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's video, Thursday, the 20th of June, 2024. This is your Bitcoin market update and a decent move up so far today. So this had been what we were kind of expecting from yesterday. Yesterday was just a whole load of just chop for the longest time, but yeah, managed to get some nice entries, not only on Bitcoin, but also on some other alts. Some of the alts that I've been like so bearish on lately, for example, NOT and WIF, I went long on yesterday and they're doing really well because I am expecting at the very least, and we have been expecting at the very least a bounce, even if we do remain in a downtrend for now. So essentially, sentiment had got to the point where it was so bad that, I mean, it simply had to get some kind of recovery. I'm not looking at this as being like we're totally out of the woods yet. The market has to do much more before I would consider it to be strength. For now, it's just a very normal bounce. In fact, it's a smaller bounce than we've had on any of the previous bounces, right? It's not very much, but I do think that it's a really good, or it's been a really good place in which to take profit. The altcoins have been recovering quite well. And overall, I think it's just nice to see that bit of recovery, even if it does eventually lead to another lower low. I do believe that the low could be in at this stage just because of the sentiment that we had, but it does have to do more to prove itself before we're looking at this as being confirmation of a low being put in, and where you can really put like a bit more risk on in this market. At the moment, we're still kind of risk off. Yeah, it's the time to maybe start cautiously building positions in anticipation. So that the whole purpose of the longs from yesterday was in anticipation of a bounce. I mean, it had to bounce, but still relatively risk off. Okay, don't go all in right now. It's not strength yet. It's just a reversion back to the mean of where we have been recently. So if we look at things here, 4-hour time frame as always for like the main plan, we can see here we've taken out a high, okay, daily open. We've had a decent move up. We've taken out the high, but we have not closed above. Okay, and the other thing is, in order for this to actually consider this to be strength, right, we need to get through this whole area here. So a close within this area is going to be half decent. You would expect that then to reach the top. But realistically, you're looking for closes higher, and then you've just got to work your way through these levels. Then after that, you have a daily level, an untapped daily level above here. You've got your weekly open above here. You've got your range points of control, and you've got your monthly open. So it's going to be a steady, slow and steady, see where we can get acceptance, take it to the next level. Can we get acceptance? Take it to the next level. Can we get acceptance? Can we get acceptance? Can we get acceptance? And I think you just can gradually start to scale these positions in. And also, if you're looking or if you're wanting to hold a swing long, you can be scalping short on each of these. And I think for the time being, it's not looking like we're going to get super squeezy. I do think that there'll be scalp opportunities to take on the way up, even if we do continue up. So we may just get a situation where we just chop higher like this. But actually, that's going to be kind of nice to trade, right? So you just take it level by level, look at where the important levels are, look at what the significant areas where we are going to likely see resistance are, and go from there, really. So when you look on the daily as well, like we're just starting the day, and yesterday, okay, it was a relatively decent recovery, but what we have here is, yeah, okay, there's a lot more to go. This at the moment is a bounce. It would be healthy if we can get a close above this like 65,800, which would engulf the previous day candle without taking out the lows. Then we're putting in the succession of higher lows, and that would start to mark the start of like a bigger reversal here. We can see on all of these, there's never been a candle that's really taken out any prior price action. We've always had these closes below, okay, and then it's got this continuation lower. 30 minutes, there's not really anything low time frame that we really need to discuss here because the move is ongoing. I mean, you've kind of got a hold here, right now. Like now, this has to hold if we are going to be continuing to move higher. Otherwise, I do think that we just drop back down into this range that we're seeing. So if we look at the range from the last couple of days, okay, wait, it's not loading, is it? There we go. If we look at this range from the last couple of days, okay, you've got that point of control down here at 65k, 65,100. And what this is doing is we are in this uptrend so far today. But if we do start to lose support here, all right, we've been chopping around there for a while. If we do lose this, then I think we're likely to see a move all the way back down to that 65k. So right now, as I'm speaking, could be an area in which to look for longs. As long as we're holding above here, then we're looking okay. And as long as we're not closing like beneath this order block, then everything looks okay for another test higher, at least towards these highs. But okay, that's 3 30-minute candles right now that hasn't been able to close above your prior swing high, basically. So this being the high that took the low, we then made a lower high, we then made a higher low. We've not yet done enough to consider this a higher high. Okay, you've just swept them. Okay, it's just a sweep of the liquidity. It's not running on that liquidity and going higher. It's just, right? It's just taking it, and it keeps getting rejected. So, yeah, again, just goes towards the, like, play this with a little bit of caution here. We're not out of the woods yet, and it's not time to get uber bullish again. If we look on this chart, okay, so this just explains a little bit more of the same kind of thing, right? These are the levels we got to flip, okay, and we're just working on the first one of those. So we did for the first time have a higher low that got put in, right? And this area of support held. Now we're working on a low volume area, low volume node within this, but above that resistance, okay, VWAP from our FOMC highs, the last like major high that was put in here. POC of this range since we've had this move down. And this is on the Binance chart. And then, of course, if we do look on this, then we know that volume, there's significant volume above. We are still caught at almost outside of value of both of these ranges after just bouncing off of that point of control there. So you can see for this upper range, the one that we were hoping would hold. All right, and as long as we were just trading around here, everything kind of looked okay. And once you lost that, you knew that it was kind of bad, and then you're likely to you're spending time on the edge of value, and then has this move back down towards the POC, and now we're just slowly starting to crawl its way back up. I do still think that if this does get continuation, okay, we can still see this play out for quite some time. There may be another test lower. It may do this. I'm not expecting like huge moves yet until I see more from the market right now. If we look at the order flow, we'll just pop it over here. We'll look at the order flow. Then we can see, okay, the latest move that we have seen. We did have spot that just played catch up. Now, what we had throughout most of yesterday and through today, it was kind of interesting. I don't have a chart for this, but there was basically like a Bitfinex TWAP just running for the whole day, just opening long positions, opening long positions, opening long positions, opening long positions. And we can kind of see that with the aggregated here that was from yesterday afternoon into this morning. And it's just been driving that price. But then we had that pop, okay, big pop on the CVD. Likely going to be more short stopped here, but then longs opening, and we're seeing that there's not really that appetite from spot here. We can see immediately after we took the highs, it has just started to bleed, and there is spot selling at this stage, so there is profit taking. It's not like we're not looking at this as being like, oh my god, this is so strong. We're like actually like properly bouncing right now. It's just the first step. There has been profit taking on it, and we've got to stay cautious with that. If we look over here at this, then we have seen an increase in net longs at the highs. So they are probably going to need to get a squeeze. But what we've also seen is an increase. Oh no, the drop in short positions. I need to move my chart up here. There you go. Now I can see it a bit clearer. On the screen above me, I'm like, my head's down here and I'm trying to look at everything and it doesn't really work. Yeah, so with the move this morning, it was on an increase in open interest, which is actually kind of healthy because the whole move down had been on declining open interest, just a lot of longs closing, but also shorts opening, but more longs closing because open interest was kind of falling a little bit. The move up so far today has been on an increase in open interest, longs taking the initiative and shorts getting stopped out. But where this has got a hold, again, like I've said on the previous charts, we have stacked imbalances here. We have longs that have opened within this area. Okay, we can see we've had like, what, 123 plus 72 plus another 123 plus another 145 Bitcoin. That's like probably a few $1 million, right? At least. Being opened here, and then a big like buying volume right at the top, 444 Bitcoin being bought right there at the top, and a very positive delta candle here. You are going to want to see these stacked imbalances hold if we are going to see continuation higher. Otherwise, you bring it back down, these longs start to get trapped, and you would expect them to start to get shaken out with a decline in open interest. Okay, so this has to hold at the moment. These longs that have opened are okay. Right, they're not going to be invalidated or anything at this stage if they've opened it over here. But yeah, you don't want to see it start to lose this. Now, the other thing about this as well is people say, oh my God, look, there's longs trapped at these highs. Remember, this is Binance. Yeah, it's unlikely that these are actually like people that are trapped. It's just the exchange. It's just the market makers running it up, market buying it higher in order to take stops. They're not going to care if they're trapped. Okay, but it is there is the data there and the delta there to suggest that, okay, that is maybe a climax of this move. And if we start to lose this level, then that was just forced to run some stops. Okay, you take out the net shorts and then you come back down into balance again. I don't really need to go over the reasons to be bullish long term, because there's plenty of reasons to be bullish long term. We still have that spot premium. We still have negative funding. The market's getting a nice recovery, all of that kind of stuff. I think just really that's kind of everything I need to say on this video. Is just like, it's a nice move so far. Yeah, it's a nice move. But it's certainly not like uber bullish yet. So yeah, I think probably that's enough for this particular video. Because it's incredibly clear where things are at the moment, and we just have to see. Anything else that we can add on to it, as long as we're in this trending day so far. So watch your VWAPs. Yeah. So you can see so far today, we had the typical, like, look, this is something we teach within the crew. So there is a move down on daily open. You move back up to reclaim daily open and the VWAP. You back test your daily open, and then you have the drive higher, and it climaxes on high volume. Okay, so we've had that typical VWAP open drive today, which we see so often, and that has played out really nicely. So far, it is holding this important support, so you don't want to see this back down within this area. So if you are looking for longs, and if you're watching this video afterwards, maybe you're taking longs within this area, which is okay. You don't want to see it lose VWAP. So continuation higher could be good, and then we just take it level to level. So the levels to levels are, yeah. I mean, I don't need to repeat it again. You've got the top of the 4-hour gap here at like 66,300. You've got daily level, you've got weekly open, and then you move on towards your monthly open and also the range POC. If we go back down again, it's just a case of point of control of here and making sure we hold daily open, but you don't want to see this momentum lost. Right, I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please do hit the like button, hit subscribe if you have not already done so, and check out Taurus Crypto if you would like to find out more information about our community. So yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye-bye. Cool. I mean, it's a really easy update today, so. I spoke for like 15 minutes when I could have just explained it all in like 2. Go back on the 4-hour. Luke, did you sneeze? The market pumped. I wouldn't say the market's pumped. Yeah. I wouldn't say the market's pumped. I'd say we're back to where, like, I mean, it was kind of obvious we'd at the very least have to go and just test something as resistance first of all, even if there is to be a lower high. I think this could turn into something good. I do think we have the possibility for this to turn into something good. But you just, as always, just take it level to level. Be sensible with it. There's no need to get carried away. Luke, ahead of July the 1st, do you reckon we might perhaps get a cheeky USDT-USDC arbitrage opportunity, seeing how unstable USDC gets on high demand events? No. I mean, maybe it's not of interest to me. Like, kind of what's the point? I don't get arbitrage unless you've got hundreds of millions of dollars to play with. Why would you bother? I don't know. Yeah, it would not be of interest to me. And I don't know why, like, what's the reason for July the 1st? Is this to do with like USDT being possibly banned in Europe? Yeah, it is. I don't think is it actually happening? Like, is that a thing? I don't think that's an actual thing, is it? It's just like, oh, it is a thing. What is the thing? I need to look at the thing for the thing. USDT, we've spoken about this before, and I did a quick bit of research, and I think we concluded that it was all a bit of a nothing burger. Yeah? I want to see something from, like, does anyone have an article that gives it really, really good? Do I just ask ChatGPT? MiCA crypto regulations. Here we go. European Union has announced a ban on the use of stablecoins such as Tether. Use of stablecoins such as Tether that will come into effect on July the 1st, 2024. So taking an effort to increase transparency and reduce the financial risks that may be. See, stablecoins such as Tether. Like, I remember. Yeah, it's fucking nothing. Like, it's nothing. What it is it's nothing, because the thing is, like, none of the exchanges any of us use are EU exchanges, right? Who uses an EU exchange? It's a ban on. I did do a little bit of research, and I can't properly remember it, because it's FUD. It's just stupid. I don't think it's going to do anything at all. What they have to do is, if they are EU-based exchanges, which for a start, no one has, like, they don't fucking use them. Like, even, okay, Kraken, Bitfinex, okay, they started in the EU, but they have like offshore stuff that they can just bypass it with, loophole, fine, whatever. We'll just use regulations from another country and issue the Tether. And it was a ban against, like, something. So, I don't think it applies to users holding USDT at all. I mean, I might be wrong, but, like, yeah, I'm sure it's not. Anyway, it's not going to affect me. I'm in the UK, so I'm not. Hey, Brexit! Yay! Finally, Brexit does something good. I don't care if Binance are not going to offer USDT margin contracts, because I can't trade on Binance anyway. So, meh. Just look it up. I mean, if you're in the EU, look it up, see how it might affect you. But look, worst case scenario, you trade USDC contracts. Fuck it. Like, It's the same thing, right? I mean, USDC is cheaper anyway to like transfer and move around and quicker, and so why not? They close all Coin M and USDTM contracts. Yeah, and we've all been through this with like every exchange. I haven't been able to use Binance since 2019. I can't use Bybit. Like, just use an exchange that you can use. This is kind of this is the thing. Like, the industry is kind of a mess. Or just do on chain. Use a DEX. It's really not a big deal. Okay, it's not a big deal. All right. Oh no, I can't trade on Binance anymore. Fine, withdraw it. Take it to another exchange. They're all the fucking same anyway. It's all the same stuff. Palau digital ID, yeah, easy to bypass. ID from another country, VPN, sorted, done, easy. Like, the amount of exchanges that I've had to go through, I've been here since 2017. I started off, I was trading on Bittrex. I then moved to BitMEX. I then moved to Binance. I then moved to Bybit. I then moved to Woo. And now I'm using Woo and I'm using Blowfin. They're all the same thing. Like, yeah. Who cares what exchange you use? It really doesn't matter at all. They're all the same thing. They all do the same thing. You trade an asset, right? And it goes up or it goes down, and you make money or you lose money. And if they've got an API, right, all you do is just use a terminal like Teal Street or in Silico. Yeah. All you do is that, and then you don't even notice that there is a difference. So, yeah. Yeah, but it will affect USDT-M and Coin M contracts on the most liquid exchange. Look at the OI on those contracts. That flush will be felt everywhere. No, it won't. It won't. Like, it just won't. You adapt, yeah, because we again, the same thing. It just does not matter, because I mean, look at this. So I could tell you now, like 90% of the volume that you see within this chart is not people trading it. Maybe more than 90%. Probably more than 90%. The amount of actual human trades within all of this data is going to be tiny. Yeah, it's not actually like... So now and again you get these little pops and things happen, but this is another thing. We're not in an environment anymore where order flow data between like independent exchanges is reliable. Like you look on Binance and you look on the order flow here, and then you switch it to Bybit, and then you switch it to another exchange, you're gonna see like completely different stuff as the tiny little majority, like stuff where there's actual human trading going on is taking place. And yeah, it is just like, I mean, you can look on here, like the amount of, you look on the trades, and all of this stuff is just going to be like, you get in the same size stuff. It's just algos. Yeah, no one realistically is going to be actually taking a trade of 0.002 BTC. It's just, it doesn't really matter. just does not matter. Femex remove USDC and only has USDT. They're just fucking with you. Like they're seriously just like, oh, let's just screw with these guys and make them panic. Take all their money in the process. Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all fake volume. We live in a fake world. Stock market is also fake. Exactly. Like 100%. And it's not a bad thing. It's just, that's just reality. I always have these, my streams recently have been so ranty. I had my like 2 days of ranting about Solana and how it's all bullshit. Like it's literally, it's all bullshit. Like everything within trading is complete fucking nonsense. But like that's all it is. Like tokens are all bullshit. Volume is all bullshit, but it's how you find an edge with that data. So if some data changes, yeah, like you just find another edge. And when you look at candlesticks, this is why like I've just kind of pivoted away. Like order flow has its uses. It does have its uses, but like a candlestick doesn't lie, right? Because it doesn't really matter what volume's going. Once you get like, if volume accumulates over time and you're seeing consistency within that volume, which is why we see things like POCs and stuff like that. And of course there will be efforts to move stuff around in order to hit key levels, and there's all of this kind of stuff. It's just about finding the edge. And if you've got an edge and it stops working because Coinbase delists something and you don't get as much volume there, you just got to adapt and find another edge. That's just all you got to do. Like I had an edge when there was order flow on Bybit, or when Bybit were the main retail exchange. I had quite a clear edge there. I could tell what was going on with the order flow. That just gone in like a day when they announced that they were leaving the US and that they were leaving the UK. It was just gone. And then you just got to find another edge. So it's all bullshit, but it's just how you interpret it. Next rant, Kraken FUD. I mean, I have no idea about it, so I'm not going to rant about it. You're at that stream, I was so hyped. I agree with you. I agree so much with you on the Solana shit show, yeah. However, okay, right, let's look at things. I mean, I would like to talk about should we be a little bit more bullish on this stream? Because I think we could be leading into something overall. So shall we be slightly more bullish? Or should we look at what like when we go over stuff that happened yesterday? I'm going to just bring up the ETH chart. So Ethereum's had a really nice bounce, right? So I'm long on Ethereum right now, and it is starting to work its way through some of these areas that that we're still waiting for Bitcoin to work its way through. So you once again had flipped what potentially could have been resistance into support quite quickly. Okay, we're seeing that continuation. We're now working on these highs again, value area high of this current range. So Ethereum's been a really, really nice bounce, and one of those that I think could see that continuation higher. And also Remember what we were speaking about with ETH previously? We knew it was likely to break down. Okay, we knew we wanted it to go to that 0.052 to 0.05 area. And then the reaction we've seen from that, we're seeing like outperformance against Bitcoin of over 6.5%. So Ethereum's looking really good. Now, I do think that this pulls back again, and we're probably still working within here. But if we're looking at like just overall plays within the market, like if you're long Ethereum, it's wise to take profit. We're almost back at that weekly open here. And with Bitcoin rejecting, with ETH BTC having taken out highs again here, wise to take profit, because I think we can probably expect a pullback of a couple of percent against Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin pulls back a couple of percent as well, then we're probably looking at a move back down towards that like 3,500 area to take out these lows. But yeah, like Ethereum, I think as a play, just in general right now is looking like a real good opportunity. I think this is one of the biggest bets that we have within the space. And yeah, I think Ethereum here looks pretty good. Is there a chart that's a little bit cleaner that I can share? Or do I just go with this? Yeah, it's looking good. What other trades have I taken recently? I mean, Doge. Let's go over on. So this was a couple of the trades that were taken over the past couple of days. So some of the things that I think have the potential to outperform, or at least on this bounce, have had the potential to outperform. So I know I'm not bullish on this long term on ton. Where's my little long on this? I had the short that was within the long. Was it ton or was it not? Gotta find it. Now we're gonna go over whiff. We're gonna go over whiff, because that one I've got a better chart for. Where's all my charts gone? Well, we have this. So whiff yesterday. And again, if you took the long on whiff, good area to take profit right now, because we're at this anchor VWAP. So we were just looking at this move down locally. All right. And what we had was essentially like, okay, there was that big, like almost capitulation candle that much of the market put in overnight there on Tuesday. And then it came down, took the lows on lower volume. Right, we have big volume, you take the lows again on lower volume, and it started to form this divergence here. Then we had this reclaim. All right, went up, swept the highs, so these highs from over here, and then it started holding. So you've got your reference. All right, you've had this recovery, you've gone bang, 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 bang. You've had this recovery, and then you're looking for this to move back up to start to recover a lot of the losses that it had made. So I took a long on whiff yesterday. Again, I'm not bullish on whiff long term. I think it's like, you know, my thoughts on memes in general. But golden pocket coming back into what had previously acted as support on that capitulation candle, and then getting a nice move back into it. I didn't enter immediately. I saw this was actually in the chat. So if we look at, this is the benefits of having a trading community, right? So it was actually over here. Let me show you on Discord here. So Liquify within the Discord said, Luke, while I agree Sol is looking top and shitty, is it over for whiff? And then I had a look at it. And I'm like, yeah, long term probably yes, short term decent for a bounce, potential long. So I just charted it up because I had been asked about it, and this is like the benefits of having a community for everyone involved. Charted it up, and I was like, actually, you know what, I'm gonna long this. So then I alerted everyone. I'm like, yeah, I've taken a long. Yeah, and then these are the longs on here. and everything today has been pretty much good. This was the chart I wanted to find on Not. What chart is this? The Tether Perpetual Futures. Why? I just brought up the Not chart, right? Anyway, I can show it to you here. This is what I wanted to show. This was the long on Not. Which, let me find it. There we go. Got it. So it was this one. So yeah, a couple of trades open on stuff that I'm not like long-term bullish on, but I do think can be seeing a really decent recovery. Also, if there is anyone, so I speak about of course, the Discord, where we were getting these ideas and these trades, and there's been so many like really nice trades, people catching that bounce, people catching the bounces from the last couple of days. Has been really nice. So if you are interested in joining the crew, the community, then do go and check out tauruscrypto.com. What I could do, we could make this kind of fun, actually. How many likes do we have on here now? We've only got 53 viewers, 33 likes, but on X we've got a few more. So we're doing okay here. Who's interested? Is there anyone in the chat here who is not in the crew yet? Just out of interest. Also, important announcement. So we're going to the announcements over here. We have a campaign running right now with Blowfin. Okay, so we have a campaign running with Blowfin where you can get yourself a Tesla, which is pretty cool. All right, get yourself a Tesla, or the USD equivalent of a Tesla, simply by just trading on the exchange. Okay, this just takes your volume into account. So for the next couple of weeks, if you trade volume, and I mean, it doesn't actually take long to rack up a few $1 million worth of volume on an exchange. Like it's a few scalps a day of like a couple of Bitcoin a day. And you can start to rack up some pretty decent volume over there. This is a non-KYC exchange. So if you need an exchange like Binance, for example, okay, can't trade USDT contracts anymore, take yourself over to a non-KYC exchange, try it out. It has a great API, and your trading volume, you can get some nice rewards. So if you trade 3 million volume, you'll get a $250 reward. It really does not take long to trade that much. Even with relatively small accounts. I know it seems like a big number, but if you're scalp trading, it does it in no time. If you are a whale, any whales in the house, you can get yourself $33,333 for doing $300 million of volume, which again, it racks up. It racks up quite quick. So go over to the Discord. If the Discord link, we're being very careful with the Discord links that are going out there right now. So if you want a Discord link and you want to join the Discord, then here it is. I'll pin it. I can't pin it yet until someone else chats because the annoying like emoji symbol thing is there. But that's the link for the Discord is in the chat. Okay, on YouTube. And this is the this is the campaign for Blowfin. So the link for the Blowfin referral is also here. So this is a non-KYC exchange, up to 333 in rewards, simply for trading a little bit of volume. And also, if we've got some more people that are new here, I'll get back to the charts in a minute. But I'm pretty terrible at doing this stuff. Let's do something a little bit fun. So we're going to do a promo code for the crew because we're bouncing. Okay, we've gone through like super bearish, and now we're getting a little bit of a bounce. All right, we're getting a little bit of a bounce of some other stuff. I know there's some people that have made some good money on this bounce, hopefully, that we're able to take some of the trades that we've been sharing, especially for those of you who are in the crew. And yeah, because we're doing that, I am going to do a little bit. I'm going to make something right now. We're going to release a discount coupon for a discount on first month's membership. We have coupons that I can make active that go from 10% off to 50% off. So I'm going to spin the wheel and we're going to find out how much discount people want. So this, again, if you go over to tauruscrypto.com, okay, you can click over here and you can join the crew. Okay, so crew is normal, $99 a month. Within that, you get access to our private Discord community where we have myself. I share all of the trades that I'm taking, everything that I'm looking at. We have other like fantastic analysts within the crew. We trade legacy markets as well. We trade the markets every single day. We do a lot of this live, so we'll do voice channel chats, we'll run streams, we'll do all of this kind of stuff. We also have like really active and thriving trading chats. What is this? Is some kind of offer. But yeah, people in the legacy markets smashing, nice P&L from everyone over there. We got people making money on this bounce. Okay, so nice bounce. We were talking about this level, okay, 3,400 on Ethereum. That was the key level, and Liquify over there making some good money on that. So yeah, this is what you've got, and then we've got a ton of educational content in here as well. So you can learn everything, like all of this stuff on different like TA. You've got loads and loads of educational content over here. So take yourself over to tauruscrypto.com. And that's where you can find out more about the crew. But yeah, I've made this in the background now, so let's open this up. I'm going to spin the wheel and I'm going to release a code that's the equivalent of this. So we got, yeah, 10% off, 20% off, 30% off, 40% off, or 50% off first month. So spin! Let's see. I'm going to release a code. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? A 40% off coupon. So 40% off first month membership. Let me write this coupon down, put it into the chat, and I'm going to make this live for the duration of the stream. Once the stream has ended, I'm going to cancel the coupon. Okay? I'm going to cancel the coupon once the stream has ended. So this is only for people watching. I'll probably do this more often, so that anyone who watches the stream can then get a discount. If you don't watch the stream, you don't get a discount. Yeah? It's good, right? So it's a nice start as well, 40% off. Let's go back over onto here. I'm going to create a coupon. I'm going to make it active for create code. What's the date? 2006. Uh, 40% once. Schedule promo code to expire. And I'm going to apply this to all products because I'm feeling really generous. So I'm going to apply this to everything. That means if you want to get a yearly membership, then you can get 40% off whilst this stream is running. So I'm going to apply it to everything. It's off the first payment. So if you're going to do monthly, 40% off the first payment monthly. But if you want to get a yearly membership, then you can do that. This is going to work, isn't it? I'm trying to do this in the background. Right. This is it. There's the code. The code is, and if anyone's watching on X, because I'm writing it here, the code is this, TC40M26, because it is 20th of the 6th. So that is the code. In order to access this, you go over onto, whoa, show all the other ones. Luckily, those ones aren't active. Go to tauruscrypto.com, go over onto here, and then you can apply this at checkout. I can't do this right here because I'm already signed in on WOP. But if you click on this, then you can get the discount. Right, let's go back onto the chart. I'm going to just double check that this works on a thingy-majiggy. So you go get access. It works good. Apply code. Wonderful. Nico, welcome. Welcome to the crew. Thank you very much. Do I see you there? There you are. Hey, Nico got a yearly membership with that. Awesome. Welcome. Thank you very much. I am sure we will do our very best to make sure that that investment into our community from yourself will act as a good investment for you. So remember, this is an investment like what I consider it to be. Like, the crew is an investment in yourself to ourselves. So I do as much as I can possibly and put myself out there every single day. And yeah, for anyone who signs up to the crew, first of all, like, thank you so much, because you're supporting us and you're helping us to be able to do this. Like, I'm here streaming for like a couple of hours every day, not expecting anything basically in return. But I mean, I believe that we provide good value, and if this is your way of helping the community, helping us to thrive and to grow, and it's also an investment in yourself, because I believe that what we offer can really help. And yeah, if you're here and you're trading alongside us and you're getting all these alerts and you've got all this educational content, then it's well worth it. I'm sure you will. You'll agree. If there's anyone else in the crew that's here, let the chat know that it's a good investment in themselves, or something along those lines. I don't know what to say. Are there any more charts, or is there anything else people would want to look at? We got Bradley signed up. Bradley, I see you. Oh, he's also gone for a yearly. Whoa. All right. Also, bear with us on. So what you'll get is once you have subscribed, we'll send you an email in a little bit. So your Discord role should be automatically applied. So once you go on there, you should just be able to connect your Discord. It automatically applies the roles and everything. If you have any questions or anything like that, just feel free to ask us in the chat. But what you should find once this happens is that if we go over here and you have a look, you should have access to all of these channels once you've connected your Discord and everything. What you'll need to do to access the educational content is there's a little start here thing that you just need to click on this in order to gain access to the educational content. And then once you've done that, we will send an invite to your email address that gives you access to all of the content with the server. So you will receive an invite for that, but it may just take a couple of hours to get that sent over to you because it's not an automatic thing, whereas the role is an automatic thing. Something else you can do is when you're here, just to remind everybody, where's the reaction roles thing? It's somewhere. Where have we done this? You can sign up for alerts. I can't remember where it is. Notification alerts. So when you're in the crew, I'd say go over to here, and if you want to get alerted for all the trades, legacy alerts, crypto alerts, so we've got the standard crew thing. But if you want to get additional alerts for when I open a trade or when anyone else opens a trade who has these alerts set on, you can just add these roles to your own thingy-majiggy. I'm terrible at explaining, aren't I? Terrible. Or set notifications to coaches' channels. Yes, indeed you can do that. Because of course on Discord you can go over here and you can go, hey, I want to be alerted on Delirium's channel, and then you can every time Delirium sends a message in his channel, you'll get an alert. It's cool, right? Anyway, right, enough of that. We'll get back to the charts because I'm probably like hemorrhaging viewers now. People are like, stop fucking talking about your community. Get back to the charts, you fucking idiot. So yeah, I'll get back to the charts. If anyone have some charts that they would like me to look at whilst I'm here? Or anything in general. If you want me to rant about anything again, then ask me some stupid questions about like, oh my god, look at this meme coin, it's gonna pump. And then I'll tell you how like meme coins are fucked. Again. Italy, Spain, please. Is that the game? Is that on today? Wait, what is the football that's on today? Yeah, you've totally got me distracted. Oh shit, it's the England game as well. Ooh. Is anyone in London? Does anyone want to watch the England game or the Spain-Italy game? And we'll get drunk. Vic Venci, you are very welcome. You are very welcome. So we'll do this code. I'm not going to do like, if I do these codes in the future, I'll probably do like codes on each stream, but in the future they'll just be for the monthly membership and it'll be off of a first month payment because we kind of like, it's nice. It's a nice like boost that it gives if anyone goes for these yearlies, but then we're like, oh shit. Now everyone's, it's like when we did the Black Friday sale. Like you get a bunch of stuff that comes in, and then like a few months later, I'm like, oh my god, we're literally like, I can't afford to pay everyone. Okay, yeah. So Vic and Carlo, welcome again to the crew. There's a couple of others on the monthly membership, taking things a little bit more calmly now, giving us a try before you go like diving in for the full year like those other guys did. Welcome. Yeah, again, any questions, once you've connected your Discord, feel free just to drop a message in the general chat over on the Discord, and we'll always be happy to answer your questions. Hasta la vista, Barbie. Makes big eyes and open your mouth wide open, Luke, for Hyper Moon Boys. Was that good? Was that a good MM crypto impression? Today on the Bitcoin price. Yeah? Hey, we're not, like I say, we're not out of the woods yet here. It's early days. If anyone's been in along, I hope you've taken your profit. I still think we can go higher, but pay yourself. All right. Unemployment today. Unemployment claims data. Delirium means. Yes, it is a Thursday, which means we do have unemployment claims data. Why am I playing with a selfie stick thingy? Yeah, I'm just scrolling on charts and like not saying or doing anything. Right. Shout some charts at me, or this is preferable. Ask me like a question on TA or about like something specific to do with trading or something along those lines. Like I want to try and, instead of just charting something, I want to try and give an alpha snippet right now, but I can't think of what I want to talk about. So you guys are the boss. This is my stream, and I can choose just to say like, no, fuck off. But you are the boss. No, I'm the boss. No, I don't know. Something about that. Yeah, so Maverick, I'm going to say no, fuck off to that, because I don't really know Elliott Wave. I'm not going to pretend to know Elliott Wave. So if you want to learn Elliott Wave, okay, the crew is where you learn that. All right, we've got a coach in there, one of the best Ellioticians that I've ever seen in the space, the French Bull. So we do have a course. It is how long is the series? So if we go over here, Elliott Wave, there's a 5-part, 2-season long video course on Elliott Wave theory. And also we have French Bull. Go follow him on Twitter, X, and all of that. I don't have the link for it, but yeah, he's a fantastic Elliott Wave analyst. So then you'll learn Elliott Wave, but you won't learn Elliott Wave from me. I don't know what it is. I mean, I know enough to be like, here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, but that's about it. Ask Frenchie to say my username. It's the funny thing ever. What's he say? Glyph. What do you think about the anti-martingale strategy? What is the anti-martingale strategy? Add to winners rather than add up rather than add down? Is this what you mean? So martingale, you're adding, anti-martingale, you're adding this way? Or you're like adding to shorts and then you're adding to longs here? If we're just taking like longs, for example, is that what you mean? In which case, I actually have something very interesting that I can share on this. Yes, add up till the first loss. Okay, I love it. And that is what I do. And it is statistically, so not only is it better because, right, okay, I'm going to give an example here. And the great thing about this is you can consistently take profit. I'm going to use Doge, for example, because I use this strategy on Doge on the move up. Now, when you have something like this, and this started from back here, okay, so for myself, and I mean, let's do it on this. Let's do it on this chart, because what the problem with martingale strategy, which is adding, like, if you, let's just take this as going long, okay, because I know that's what most people want to be doing. You'd generally speaking, you're not going to be scaling so much into short positions. What people tend to do, and this kind of works with spot as well, is people are wanting to go long, and that's what we speak about most of the time on here. Now, if you are, let's say here on Doge, you first of all are like, okay, I want to go long on Doge and I want to catch the knife here, and you're expecting your all-time highs, right? And you're doing all of that. You're expecting all of this, but then it drops again, so you add to it here. 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 Now, first of all, you might not have enough capital to keep surviving all of this on the whole way down. Secondly, you are constantly in the red, which psychologically is hard. You may get a good entry, but psychologically that's difficult. And you're not getting opportunities to take profit. Okay, you may get opportunities to take profit, but what it does is it creates like unrealistic expectations, because as soon as you've lost one and you've had to add again, it becomes more difficult, because you're like, oh shit, well now my entry's like here and we're only here, and you end up holding on to things for like way too long. And this is what we've seen on this downtrend, is a lot of people buying dips until they've just completely run out of capital, and this can still continue to go down lower. Now, the other thing here is, let's say you are buying, all right, I'm going to say, for example, you're doing it in equal lots. You're buying like 100 Doge here, you've bought 100 Doge here, you've bought 100 Doge here, right? Every time that you add to this, it has less of an impact on your average entry overall. Okay, so by this, all right, you buy here and then you haven't had an opportunity to buy again, so you compound here and there's your average entry. Now, by the next time you get a low that's formed, that is then a split. You're only 50% again of, so you've got two 100%, so then you've got a 50%. So then your average entry only comes down to here, and look, oh, price is starting to run away from you. And then if you compound again here, it has even less of an impact on the price, because you're stacking this, and every time you're doing the same size position, right, it's having less of an impact on your average. So price starts to move away from your average way too quickly. And that's the problem with martingale, is you can't like keep buying into stuff, because price can run away from you so fast. Now, on the inverse of that, if you're buying into a trend or you're selling into a trend and you're doing the anti of that, which is what I do, okay, then you wait for strength, all right, and you might find that strength's here, and then you get an opportunity to buy, okay, with a clear invalidation or something along these lines. Like, let's say that's the first high that gets put in, right? So you're buying here, you've got a clear invalidation. Now that means you know your risk, so you can set properly set the amount of risk that you're putting into that, because you've had a change of market structure, you've seen that there's something that's changed and that you want to go long and you're buying into an uptrend. Then what happens? Price moves up. Again, it does something like this. You form a little range, you maybe chop around for a little bit, and you find that you've got another entry here. Okay, so now you're left with an average, and you also have opportunities to take profit, okay, because the market's giving you opportunities to take profit when you're in this trend. And then you can trail your stop. You once again know your risk. So you've got an average entry that's almost kind of safe here, because your main entry was here, and then you've got another one. The market moves up again and does another little range that forms, and then you catch a dip here, right? And then your average only moves up a small amount, maybe, because I'm drawing a lot of stuff, right? But you get the idea. Your average moves up again less than what the price has done. So if you keep on, if you're in an uptrend and you're in an uptrend and you're in an uptrend, okay, you can buy on these uptrends, and then you buy here and you buy here, and your average entry's here. You stack a little bit more here and it has less of a price impact on you. You stack a little bit here and it has less of a price impact again, because in the same way the price can move away from you very quickly and to the downside, making more losses, it can also move away from you very quickly and compound your wins. So you can afford to shave off some profits, buy back in, and then at some point, okay, you're going to end up racking up a high amount of unrealized P&L, because you're running this. But as long as you're trailing your stop and you're taking profit consistently, so with this anti-martingale kind of thing, or whatever it is you want to call it, if you're buying into the trend, if you're long, or selling into the trend if you're short, price will move away from you, with you, faster than you can compound, and you get the opportunity to take profit every single time, and you're always in the green. So psychologically, that's very easy. Now, the one thing that will happen at some point with this strategy is, because you're not taking full profit and you're not going back in, okay, you're not just doing individual trades, you're compounding and you're compounding and you're compounding. At some point, you'll get a flush and it will probably take you out of the market. But that's okay, because that you've been taking profit, you've been taking profit, you've been taking profit, you've been taking profit. And then finally you get a flush, and what you would want to do is just keep your stop basically at your average. So I don't run my stops to pivots when I'm doing this strategy, because what you might find is you might go, okay, cool, we're up here. I wouldn't run my stop to a pivot, because for me, the market can do these kind of things and it can range for a while, and you might have your average down here, which is absolutely fine. So let's say for this example, a lot of people would place a stop here where their average entry might be here. And then they get stopped out of this strategy, but the market just ranges for a while and they're actually fine, they're safe. So that's just the way that I do it. And then I run it to, I run it to essentially break even. So I keep my stop at break even once I'm compounding. Let's get rid of all of this. And then when the market takes me out, it takes me out. It's done at that stage. Okay. But you've made enough profit on the way that it shouldn't be an issue. So that's how I do it. There's other ways in which that you can do it. But yeah, that's how I like to do it. And at that stage, like once you've been taken out, it's kind of it's a bit painful on the day that it happens, because you do naturally end up with like your unrealized P&L is like, holy shit. But then you remember that you've been taking profit on the way, which is cool. Yeah, I think it's different. Like I have, hey, we got some comments on X. Yeah, thank you. This man is live everywhere doing the God's work. Yes, thank you very much. KuCoin has martingale bots. Yeah, I think those kind of things are risky. I'm all for like, and I don't consider this to be like, okay, having like stacked limit orders is a very different thing. So for example, on Bitcoin, like having stacked limit orders within here where you've got clear imbalance and you've got a reason for that is fine. Like you can almost like DCA in to these kind of things, but you know that the full extent of your limit orders gives you the full risk for, like, let's say if we lose that level. Whereas I think with martingale it's a little bit different. People like buy and then they double down and they're increasing their risk, and they may double down and they're increasing their risk again. I think there's a big difference between the two. So like stack limit orders fine, because if you come down here you accept full risk within that whole zone, and if you only get filled partially on it, right, so on this occasion you may only have been like filled 30% on your limit orders, but that's cool. Like don't get greedy on it. Like at least you're in a trade, and then you've got the opportunity, if the market starts to reverse, to then compound that from a position of strength. So it happens to me all the time where I'll go in and I'll end up with less size than I want, but it's better than risking more than you want. And there's like, it's a very like personal thing, because sometimes actually, and I'm thinking back to other examples, like there's no right or wrong. It depends. Like you can trade however you want, and these are things that I use, like different methods that I use within my trading to do stuff. But actually, if I think about the trades that hurt, and maybe the trades where I've added more risk than I wanted to because I've been forced to double down, and in some cases I don't really do it anymore, but there have been moments in the past where I've been forced into this kind of martingale strategy, and you gotta ride your luck a little bit because you risk liquidation. But I've been forced to add more risk than I want to. So let's say I wanted to go in with like 10% of my margin onto a long on Doge here, for example, and then the market runs down. I didn't have a stop loss in place, and I'm like, you know what, actually this is still looking like decent support, I'm going to add to it. And then you add to it and you just keep your margin alive. Actually, sometimes those can play out really well, because you end up with more size than you're comfortable with, and you kind of like, I accept that if I get wrecked, I get wrecked, I accept it, and then the market could reverse and reward you really well. But it's such a risk. It's such a big risk that you're playing there. So it does make more sense. Do it on the way up, because you can still end up with the same position size from a point of strength. Compounding is awesome. I did it on tier, and I did it on Doge on the move up, and I did it on a bunch of stuff through. It was that whole like, it was so like, even on Bitcoin, this was the one, like this was the one, and it was so nice. Like October, November last year, oh my god, it was incredible, because we had this spike, right? And on that spike, I was like, right, bears are fucked. And I said this like at the time, like that was the first time where we had a move up that didn't get fully retraced, and we're maybe seeing like there's the potential for something like that to happen again. And then I bought here, right, and I went in with a fair bit of size here, and then it had this big impulse up. But then you can just play this trend, so you can take some profits, but you can keep on adding and adding from such a position of strength here that your average entries only just started, like only creeping up, but the price is like outperforming it, and then it impulses again and you've got more chance. So you're adding size onto your trade on the move, and you can just keep going and keep going. And then it wasn't until like, okay, we had a big climax here, and I can remember that at that point I sold, because this here, it was something real significant. Yeah, we took out this high, and then we were looking for that correction down to 38k, and then I went back in and I did the same thing again. The same thing happened after that. I went in at 38, had the opportunity to add, market moves away from me, I had the opportunity to add, and it does it again. Now I got hit on this on, I believe it was, yes, it was here. I got hit badly on this strategy here because I'd added on these dips, yeah, which brought my average up. Now I didn't get like, my average was here, I still made profit on it, but I hit basically, and this is more so on alts because alts bled, because I've been doing the same strategy on alts. All my stops got run on that day, and I had a really, really bad day. I went from like, I think I was at about like 40k unrealized P&L, and that day turned into a 17k loss. I posted about this on, let's get rid of all of this stuff. I posted this in the Discord, and then I posted a big like tweet about this as well, and I shared it because I was sharing like my P&L on that day, and I was like, oh my god, we're like really up, and everyone was super bullish around here, like thinking, okay, we're gonna go new all-time highs again because we made another high. And I got kind of wrecked on this first move down, and I went from like 40k P&L to like 17k unrealized P&L, because on some stuff I didn't have. What I forgot was that on the exchange that I use, which is Woo, it uses your whole account as collateral. So as my spot positions were also dumping, right, it meant my available margin was dumping. So my liquidation prices, or my on some things, went above where my stop was. So although I had profitable trades, it ended up like liquidating some of my spot positions, despite the fact that I was still profitable, because my margin was coming down, which was a really weird, like, it's confusing, and you have to be aware of that. But anyway, yeah, I went from like a really good day into a really bad day quite quickly, and ended up with like a 17k loss that I had to eat, which was spot positions getting liquidated in order to keep these trades alive, which was very unusual because I wasn't holding any USDT at the time. I was holding like Woo tokens, which dumped really, really badly, so my margin went down loads. But anyway, one of those days. It's, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't actually a bad loss. I just felt like, what the fuck has happened just then? My 38k trade was goated. Yeah, I was. That was a real nice trade. It's good old fast nukes, not slow bleed. When the account goes negative 100k to plus 100k in 2 minutes. Yeah, when you have these nukes, they're like, you have capitulation events like the ones that we had a couple of days ago, and if you've got the capital to do it, like, man, just ape in on those. Like, it's the only, you can make so much money just from like staying out of crypto for like 99% of the time, and just whenever you like hear panic and whenever there's capitulations, just fucking go all in on everything, because it never fails. You always get a good bounce. You just got to realize that you got to take profit, because you can get a few of these capitulation days in a row, but it's just like all the time you get these mass capitulations like we had the other day. It always bounces, even if it's like just like what we've seen today. It's bounced. Like it always happens. You capitulate, you bounce. Capitulate, you bounce. It's just like easy, man. Anyway, that was fun. What's the time? I've been live an hour and a half. I can stay on. I can stay on for a little bit longer. If anyone else has anything they want to ask. Reminder for anyone that is new to the stream, if you check my pinned message on YouTube, this code will get you 40% off any of our crew memberships just until the stream has finished. As soon as the stream ends, I'm canceling the code immediately. Okay, so in order to take advantage of this, if you are new to the channel, we did this earlier. We just had a little fun like spin the wheel, which ended up giving a 40% off coupon. So go to torascrypto.com, link is up there, and also the WOP link is in the description below. Click on join the crew and you just click on join crew membership. It will work only for the card payments. Unfortunately, I don't think they work for crypto payments, but you can, yeah, essentially, I wish I should just log out of WOP on this page so that I can show it a bit clearer. But yeah, 40% discount for the crew membership with the code that I have linked in the description, which is this TC40M206, because it is the 20th of the 6th. Yep. So as soon as I finish the stream, which will probably happen fairly soon, I will delete that code forever. It will never come back until we spin another 40% wheel. But yeah, all right. So MJ, you're saying martingale works like a charm. In blackjack, same applies to trading, but you have to double down, so margin is crucial, and it's best for your spot, I guess, so big players will use it. Yeah, this is the thing, but what you have, the difference with trading is you don't know the how far things are going to go. So let's say you were playing this trend or something and you wanted to start a position and you'd employed this tactic here and you're just going to keep going until you get green, and you're doubling down. When you have a move like this that goes beyond, it's put all of this into threat, right? Because your average is just moving down so much slower than what price is doing. Like you may be adding here, but your average is only like moving down a tiny bit. Or because you got to keep on doubling and the size on it in order to just get it to the midpoint. It can get very, very, very risky very quickly. It's great until it doesn't work, and the time that it doesn't work, you lose an entire account. Did you do ETH yet? Yeah, I did do ETH. I need to upload this video, don't I? Whilst I'm here, because I did record the BTC update and I'm still live, so I should probably just upload the Bitcoin part of this update. Let's upload a thumbnail. I want like a Bitcoin bouncing thumbnail. What do we have? Okay, this is way too bullish for a thumbnail, but it will do. Or do I do dead cat bounce? No, I'll use this one. Bullish thumbnail. I don't care. It's a thumbnail's a thumbnail. Submit rating. Okay. Visibility. Publish. And on X, let me upload this on X. Okay, cool. I'm just uploading my videos. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. I need to pee. Too much water. I'm back. Right. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to discuss, is there? So I think maybe we'll just call it a day here. We're almost at 2 hours. Save our energy for the day. Unless there's anything final that people want to cover. Want to go over? Glyph, I saw that. Don't, you clearly saw that I, accidentally showed some other codes, but those ones aren't actually active right now, so whatever. Or maybe they are. You can try, maybe you spotted something, but don't share the secret. Quick to get liquidated. Check out Moolah. What is that? You're gonna make me look at some like horrible, stupid. Is this an actual thing? Like what am I looking at? Moolah verse? Or is this like a deck screener thing? In which case, no, I can't be bothered with that. Launching soon on base. Ugh. Really? Really, 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 really. Base is dead on arrival. Base will sort itself out. Actually, I'm gonna look at this. I know I spoke so much, like I hated on Brett loads yesterday, but that reaction is pretty good. Now, sometimes I hate on things I don't understand. And this does have a $1.5 billion market cap. And it is the 65th biggest thing in the world in crypto. But if Base is going to do something, I mean, if it does have like a bonk or a whiff, and I guess Brett is that, then maybe it there's a chance for Base to be okay, because it's Coinbase. I think this Brett thing is way too high valued. Quick thoughts on BTC. I've uploaded my Bitcoin update in the video side, so yeah, just watch the video. It is on YouTube now, so I've started off with that. I recorded it and I've uploaded that. So I'm gonna wrap up the stream in a minute. Long story short, for anyone that's here, because it was a 15-minute video, we've taken out some highs. We're not seeing any closes above yet on any time frame. So if you're long, take profit here. I do believe it could be the start of something better that could lead us to higher prices, but I'm not getting excited yet. So it's the start of a potential nice recovery, but this is bare minimum. This is the bare minimum. Even for a dead cat bounce, even if this was going to dump to 40k, this would still have happened. Yeah. So this isn't bullish at this stage. This is literally just a ABC bounce to take a local high, and that's all we're getting. We can anticipate that it's going to turn into more, but this is bare minimum of a bounce. That's all it is. It's the same as what happened here, okay? We had a spike down, spike up, and it came and took the high, didn't get continuation, we go lower, right? But I think it will turn into something more. We just have to be patient. ETH, look how like sexy ETH looks on a weekly time frame. That's like, I mean, it did it back here as well. Yeah, it kind of looks strong, right? It kind of looks nice. These little spindly wicks. Can we have a look at DMT? Haven't I looked at this like a few times recently already? No. Dream Machine token. Never looked at this. I wouldn't buy that. Is this it? DMT? Is this the right thing? Dream Machine token? It'll be a fundamental thing if you think, oh, what the fuck? Seriously, it's this? Look at the website. Look at the state of the website. Wait. I've got to go onto my actual... Where's my webpage? I got too much stuff open. Here we go. DMT. I mean, okay. It's got an 80 million market cap. Cool. But, like, what the hell? What is it? Oh. Whoa. Sorry, I sneezed. I should have muted. Oh. I want to play these games. What is it? Hey, we can play Dream Machine music.
I wanted to eat a croissant.
Okay, let's not listen to Dream Machine music anymore. Anyway, that's what it is. I kind of like, the thing is, it's shit on purpose, right? I kind of like stuff that's shit on purpose. It's clearly just taking the piss and it's a bit of fun. I'd have to see what the games are like or anything and what's actually under the bonnet there, but the website's clearly just shit on purpose. So fair enough. But the problem you have with this is just look at the chart. It's just like, I could not buy this. I just absolutely under no circumstances could I buy this when it's here. You're up 3,000 to like that. That's from, okay, from launch. You're up 3,000%. No chance ever that I would buy something like this that's gone up that much. Never, ever, ever, ever would I buy it. Now, if I'd have known about this back here and I thought, okay, this is kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of shitty, but it's kind of cool. Absolutely. You had the opportunity from August of last year to be accumulating this. But if you're buying it now, you just, it's gonna go down here again. Like, you might if you're really lucky, but I don't think you will. Because if you actually look at this, one, you've had accumulation. There's wave one, there's your second, there's your third. It's going at least to go back down to $30 to $40 again. And I would be amazed if it makes another high from here. Because not only have you done that, but you've also had 3 spikes into the highs, and I guarantee there's divergence there. Yeah? It's like, it's not going higher. It's not going higher. If you like it, no. Even if you like it, it's, no. I don't know, man. You couldn't buy this. Like, okay, one in a million might end up just going boof, and you just end up still flying from here, but I don't think this is the one. look for where you've got like actual good risk to reward. So yeah, I mean, if you're in from 50 and it's gone to 200, you've done great. I was thinking because of low fully diluted valuation. I don't know. Just for me, I could never buy this here. I just accept that that's gone, and maybe I miss out on a ton of money because if it goes to $1,000, I miss out. But there's how many thousands and thousands of thousands and thousands and thousands of tokens that are out there. Find the stuff that's here. Yeah, hasn't run yet. But again, just an opinion. Now it's probably just going to pump like crazy. But okay, right. I'm going to wrap up the stream. So I am canceling this this coupon as soon as the stream ends. So last chance to get in. It's very unlikely you're going to get a better discount from this wheel again at any time soon. So remember. The code is TC40M206. What about Arbitrum? I'll have a very, very quick look at it. Yeah, the discount code is pinned. That gives you a discount to all crew membership options. Yeah, great. Arbitrum took out previous year lows. Right? But this, okay, if you'd have bought it at previous year lows, awesome. Fantastic. But. They still not recovered anything that it did previously. So bare minimum for this to do, like all of these bounces are just bare minimum right now. Even on Bitcoin, it's not doing anything exciting. It's not doing anything that you can get bullish about. I do think it will lead into more. And I do think we have a pretty good chance that we found a low. But there's no confirmation of anything yet. Like this hasn't even bounced back into that wick low from back in April. Arbitrum. Very, very weak. Very weak. So what this needs to do in order to convince me to become interested in it again is to start taking out some of this, right? If this can go and keep on creeping and then go poof and do this and then start to cool off, then I know where my invalidation is. I know where I can get in. Right now, this to me like just looks like, right? I mean, it's more of a channel here, isn't it? So you can keep trading this like little local channel that you got. You got this going on. But once you lose this, you're probably coming back down and maybe taking the lows again. It's not strong at all. The problem that ARB has and is it's like there's not really anything in the market that's more saturated right now than ETH layer 2s, which is what Arbitrum is, right? ARB. Yeah, it is. And I like ARB because you can use it and it's cheap, and I use Arbitrum. But the thing is, and I repeat this all the time, like, okay, it may do really, really, really well again, right? It's already done really well last year. And it became a big player, and it became a big layer 2. And I use Arbitrum. I use it as a bridge quite a lot. But now you've got competition from Base. You've got competition from Optimism. You've got competition from Tron, which has been doing quite well. You've got competition from ZK Sync, which has just come out. You're going to have competition from all this other stuff. What else is there? What else is competition? Matic, Mantle, IMX, Starknet, ZK Sync, Manta, Metis, Loopring, Lisk. All these things that essentially do the same stuff. Mode. Right? A ton of stuff. And if the whole point of something like this is like, okay, fees are cheap on here, you don't need much fees, there's not much need for the token to be expensive. Like, where does the value come from within the token? Like, you kind of want it to be cheap because it's just used for utility, and the cheaper it is, the less you pay. So and yeah, this is the other thing with layer 2s is a lot of them are just forks of one another. And once you've had a run, once you've done this, all right, devs will move on and they'll just create another one. They'll just clone it and they'll do something else because they're all essentially the same thing. But from a trading perspective, cool. Like, okay, show me something. Show me you're alive, and then by all means. I mean, if you'd have caught the low there and it took out previous year lows, like great. Okay, you've had a bounce of 15%. But that's, you literally just had a bounce of 15%, and you would have had to catch that low, good trade. In the same way that to catch the internal low, good trade. But what happens after the bounce is you bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed. So you've got to show me something before I become interested in holding you for anything longer than like a few hours. And that's to take out this and to start to settle back down here again. Show me you're alive, Arb, and then I maybe will become interested again. I think that goes for the same with a lot of stuff. OP USDT. Look. Optimism. Better. A little bit better. And you've maybe got something to work with OP. OP looks better. Okay, because what has this done? It's back above that wick. And this being not like ARB taking out previous year ones and rejecting or not even getting back to this April wick. This is back in it. So this is better. Okay, and what you see here is like you've got decent volume on the low. I prefer this chart to ARB. And then you've got 4 hour, which is giving you a really nice, that's where you had the initial bounce, and this is where you've got liquidity. So if at some stage, okay, you're probably going to find that this acts as resistance now, right? You'll probably find that for now that acts as resistance. But if it comes back down here again, and you get the opportunity to bid below that low, so below like 1.8, and let's say you can average in within this area, you'd average in around here. Yeah? Average in around there. You know your invalidations here. And then you've seen something that's a little bit more, all right? You want to see this holding around here. And then you can go and start to deal with some of this stuff that's above. So you get a trade out of that. So there is opportunity on some of these L2s. What was another one? Manta. The issue I think is that ZK Sync is gonna suck up a lot of this volume from other stuff. Metis is one I like. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I am gonna call it a day there. Been live for 2 hours, so yeah, have a great day, everybody. There's a load of good football on this afternoon. It's a lovely day, so I am gonna be spending the rest of my day out in the sun and watching football and probably drinking some beers. I'll be around. Of course, I will be around, but I think because we've seen this bounce today, we deserve a. Yeah, America had their day off yesterday. I worked yesterday a lot. I did a lot of stuff yesterday. USA, you had your bank holiday yesterday. Today we got football and nice weather, so I'm having my day off today. So see you guys later on. I'm not actually having a day off. I'm still around. Anyone that's in the crew, if you just signed up, don't worry, I'm still here. I'm around. But I will be watching the football, and I may have a few beers. So, yeah. Man. See you later, everyone.